Greetings everyone, this is Collectibles Euphoria presenting the last Fairytale designer collection release for 2015, Anna and Kristoff in their troll wedding outfits. This adorable couple appeared to wear these ensemble during the scene where the trolls sang the song Fix Her Upper, one of the memorable scenes which captures their friendship that lead into budding romance. Brought to life with attention to details, this limited edition doll set is an upgrade of their classic doll versions and is sure to be a treasured keepsake as well for doll collectors and Disney fans alike. Stay tuned! Packaging comes with a standard slipcover bearing the Disney Fairytale Designer Collection logo, surrounded by cold gold foil of filigree patterns, as well as the logo itself, adding light and dimension to its chosen design. The shimmering contrast between the foil and accented elements and flat ink-printed parts of the design sure grabs attention and adds elegancy to its chosen design concept. The backdrop has an ombre of blue and white together with its fascinating artwork in vignette style. The artwork surrounded by gold foil border with floral design on each corners of the borders consists of an enlarged glossy image of Anna and Kristoff in their troll wedding attire. Their names are written down below with the same cold gold foil, highlighted by use of filigree patterns, an addition only seen on couple set and is absent on all the heroes and villains series. Each side of the box bears the same information with the same artwork, which is just a bit more blown up than the one in the front of the box. The back of the box contains a short synopsis of the designer dolls and also contains a great deal of information regarding their design concept, as well as images of the focus of the design element framed by gold foil of filigree patterns. This doll set, including the keepsake case, stands at about 15 inches in height, Kristoff at 12 inches, while Anna stands at 11.5 inches. The set retailed at $129.95 US and $139.95 Canadian dollars. Slipping up the cardboard cover reveals the dolls of Kristoff and Anna encased in a clear polystyrene cover of the keepsake display case. At the base, Anna and Kristoff's name are written in a golden plate. The bottom of the display case also has golden metallic intricate engraved filigree patterns surrounding it, which is standard in all sets of Disney Fairytale Designer Collection. The back shows the same design found in the front cover of the slipcover, and right below it is the location of the Certificate of Authenticity, and my doll set is 2,500 out of 6,000 produced worldwide. Frozen's favorite sweetheart are presented donning the troll wedding outfit created by Kristoff's family of trolls, and each of them were customized based on the troll's wedding tradition. Anna wears a grass headdress with sculpted details of gems that adorns the base of the headdress. This is actually my first complaint regarding this design concept. I am terribly disappointed with the plastic headdress selection, and this headdress can be presented in a more elegant manner had Disney chosen a different type of fabric, like a felt fabric perhaps, to help provide texture of the grass headdress. And my second gripe is the poor choice of sculpted gems over a rhinestone with iridescent pinkish purple hue. They could have also added a similar texture of dandelions sporadically placed throughout the base of the headdress together with the gems as seen in the movie, or any detail that could have added glamour to its design. As you can probably tell by now, the headdress is my least favorite detail incorporated in here due to its lackluster design. The lack of intricate details on it is a very big missed opportunity for a headdress that could have brought eye-catching details on its design details. As for Anna's hair, I must say I should give praises where it's well-deserved, since as for movie accuracy, the platinum blonde streaks on her hair are well captured as seen on her bangs, some sections of her hair starting from the top of her head down to the right side of the braided section, together with her long strawberry blonde hair, which is actually tied up in a two-braided pigtail. The hair also appears shiny and silky and is hard to touch only on the bangs area to keep it in place. The braided section is also neatly accomplished without any obvious frizzy details. I do appreciate the fact that Anna was given a different face mold and painted design to help her stand out against her classic doll representation. She has raised the inner eyebrow style, has a light brown eyeshadow smoky effect with cut crease dark brown eyeshadow, has a cat eyeliner accentuated by use of rooted eyelashes, which is standard in all designer dolls. She has detailed turquoise blue eyes, dusting of freckles on her nose and cheeks, has rosy pink cheeks, and thin lips with a coral lipstick. As for the cape, this is another detail added that I am really not excited about due to its dull and lackluster details. Yes, I am pleased about the addition of the lineup of iridescent bluish-green rhinestones on the upper section of the cape and the use of a D-art-shaped pink sapphire rhinestones on the bottom of the circular rhinestones, which kind of helped in adding details on the cape itself, but I can't help but admire how detailed her cape in the movie is, using multicolored gems of blue and pink. Another thing I didn't like is the use of thin phosphoide ribbon to secure her cape together. I would have preferred a hook and eye instead, since it will give a nice continuous look of the gem designs on her cape, and the ribbon just separates them apart in a not so attractive way. So looking at how poorly the details were executed in this doll form makes me cringe, considering that the designer dolls are supposed to be the more elegant, detailed outfit comparing to their movie counterpart. Some people may consider this as being nitpicky here in my end, but really, when you are purchasing highly detailed collectible dolls, these details are what makes them highly desirable, so I am really disappointed to see the lack of good quality materials and design executed in this doll form. Now, this is again just my opinion, but the quality of the cape is, I would consider, plain and simple, with the use of felt or suede-like fabric, and the darker shade of green of the swirl details have a nice velvety texture to it, but overall, these fabrics incorporated together did not add up to making these capes stand out. I would have preferred if Disney used the same fabric used in Snow White's red cape, then probably add the velvety textured fabric of dark green swirls, or use the same fabric on Snow's cape but chose a darker shade of green to it, to make it appear like grass textured cape seen in the film. The inner layer of the cape is made of olive green satin fabric for added layering, which is at least good enough to help with the detail design. Though I must say I have seen better one-of-a-kind wedding troll design made by other people, which looks much better than Disney have created. So least to say, I am not satisfied with the cape design concept chosen by the creators of this costume design. I felt like these dolls were added inadvertently, so the details on it were not up to par with the other designer dolls previously released, which is a sad situation considering how popular the Frozen dolls were, and the lack of love provided to this doll is quite disappointing. Let's move on to her winter outfit. Anna was provided with her light blue long-sleeved blouse with a stand-up collar design, and even though it is plain and simple, I don't think it really matters that much since it is mostly covered by the cape. The black bodice is made from velvet, which is a very good fabric material chosen, and the added embroidery on its Rosa Malling design together with the use of purple and gold rhinestones are a good selection, since these details are what sets it on a higher standard to be considered a designer doll. The mittens are made from phosphoide fabric, which is okay, but if Disney was paying much more attention to details, they could have added the diamond design patterns seen on Anna's gloves or mittens, and incorporated it here since her mittens looks like the same mittens seen in her classic doll. Despite of all the disappointments I had on her earlier details, I must say I am pleased with the design and fabric chosen for her skirt. I like it when Disney chooses a textured fabric over a satin fabric since it makes the skirt look more expensive, and I love that the Rosa Malling design is embroidered and embellished with multicolored blue and pink gems, which is really a fine touch to her skirt. I also adore the wavy cut design on the edge of her skirt, and I'm glad they used a double fabric to add volume to it. I also like that they have placed a satin layer of violet skirt underneath to add highlight to the skirt itself, and adding fabric layers always helps in making the designer dolls to appear higher in quality level. As for her winter boots, it is a nice movie-accurate boots with metallic gold swirls and purple maroon color on the sole as well as the heels of the boots. It is just okay since these boots are the exact boots provided on her classic doll. I don't take it against them that they use the same boots in the designer doll since it looks perfect already. Don't fix it if it ain't broke. Moving onwards to Kristoff, at first glance it appears like his face mold is exactly the same mold used in the classic doll release of him in the Frozen Fever Deluxe doll set, since all the details are exactly the same with its eyes also side glancing to the left. However, the shape of his face on the designer doll is a little wider, which gets it closer to his movie counterpart than the one included in the Frozen Fever doll set, which appears like a thinner version of Kristoff. His entire face also appeared slightly reddish, but it would have been more movie accurate if the red parts are only concentrated on the cheeks and nose and not his entire face, since his face looks like he developed sunburn and not because of the harsh cold winter times. Other than that, the facial details are really the same even with the same hues of highlights on his hair. I prefer the hair of the male designer dolls to be sculpted versus the rooted hair, since it is really hard to recreate the male's hairstyle in doll form if they have shorter hair, and I would have preferred them to look more movie accurate than trying a rooted hairstyle which will make them hard to recognize. As for his cape, well, my opinion about it is the same as what I have complained about Anna's cape. Plain and simple, and that's about it. I am okay with the false suede fabric of the grass used, but I would have wanted a similar twigs design together with the grass, since that is what was seen in the movie. The ribbon design used for Kristoff's cape would have been better off without it, since again I would have preferred a different way to secure the cape to him to add the continuous look of the grass design as seen in the film. The two brown circular beads seen on each side of the front part of the cape was okay, but not really that interesting. I think I would have appreciated this outfit much better without the cape, since they have updated his winter outfit by adding a dark crimson and light purple embroidery details seen on his collar towards the neckline area. The twig headdress is at least a good representation of the headdress seen in the film, though a lot of collectors complain that it is not displayed properly since it is hidden behind Anna's doll. I understand why they can't put it on his head since it will not fit inside the keepsake display case, but it was a poor choice leaving it behind Anna's back since it is hard to see when displayed. I actually like it better than the headdress provided for Anna. I also like the thick dark tunic which is made from fleece fabric. The dark blue long-sleeve turtleneck undershirt also has a nice textured fabric, and the same fabric was used on the palm surface of his mittens for added uniformity. The burgundy sash tied around his waist was also updated, having different embroidery details which I really like. I also like the sheen effect of the fur-lined tunic. The olive mittens is made of false suede fabric on the back part of the hand area. It is also tied up with the same ribbon, using the cape for uniformity purposes. The thick dark trousers are also made of the same fabric used on his tunic. The fur-lined boots is supposed to be two-tone brown seen in the film, but Disney used the same pointed shoes in his classic dolls, which are okay but would have added a finer detail if Disney updated the boots similar to the shade of color seen in the film. One puzzling detail that I tried to search where Disney obtained it from is the floral design pattern used in the corners of the gold foil border in the slipcover, an enlarged version of it on the back of the slipcover, and even in the front of the background for Anna and Kristoff's doll. But I don't recall seeing that floral design anywhere in the film, not even during the scene where the Fixer Upper song was shown, where these design details were inspired from. So if anyone knows why Disney had used this floral detail on its design, I would like to know, since it doesn't make sense of using it as a design theme, but yet it has nothing to do with any of these characters, which is unusual for Disney since they usually use design elements that are character specific. Anna and Kristoff Fairytale Designer Doll is a surprise doll set which lacked marketing endorsements since it wasn't announced in Disney Store blog nor in their Facebook account, and the only reason why collectors knew about it is because it was shown during the D23 convention in Anaheim, California. Sad to say, those factors together with its lackluster details for a designer doll added up to its poor sale in stores and online, and surprisingly for a Frozen doll release, which usually sells out fast within a few hours or less, this doll set is still available online during the time of this review. Hopefully, this is a wake-up call for Disney to realize that it is not in the plenty number of different doll releases that the collectors are really interested with, but it is the quality of doll creation and outfit details that matters the most. These are expensive dolls, and with its higher price tag, you would at least expect a better quality of details and design concept, and I really do hope that the creators and designers listen to collectors' opinions and requests, since after all, we are the vast majority of people who appreciates all the design elements incorporated to our beloved characters on each films. I do hope that Disney don't see it as a poor marketing strategy because Anna and Kristoff couple set is not so popular as Elsa and Hans set, which they have also released previously. I usually give out recommendation if the dolls are worth purchasing, and as much as I am a Frozen enthusiast, I cannot give my highest recommendation for this set due to the lack of designer qualities to it. If you really want an Anna and Kristoff doll set to complete your Frozen designer doll collection and don't mind the lack of details incorporated to it, then go ahead and purchase it to complete your collection. But if you are not satisfied with the recreation for this doll set, you could definitely pass it up and purchase another doll or other dolls you have missed instead, and missing the set is really not a big loss to your collection. This sums up the release of all the designer doll released for 2015, and hopefully next year will bring about improvements with quality versus quantity of doll releases. Have a magical day. Bye!